Hi, it's David C. Jones with Before the Curtain Goes Up, and I am very excited to be talking with Jalen Saip, who is the new artistic director at the Improv Center. Hello, Jalen.
Hi. Hello, welcome. Wait, welcome to me. Thank you for thank you for having me. Great start, off to a
Nice.
great start.
Nice. Now, you've stepped in after the company. Everything went crazy during the pandemic, and so you stepped in, and you're like, well, you didn't step in, you had to apply for the job, and you
Yeah.
were hired. It's not
Yeah.
like you're just like, hey, look at this chair. I'll just sit in this chair.
Good job. Yeah.
But you've done something different than in the entire history of the company. You brought in a main stage ensemble. Tell me
Mhm.
about why you went that route, and because I guess there kind of was an unofficial ensemble in past years.
Yeah.
But you tell me about that.
Yeah. Yeah, there definitely was in the past like a main stage company, and I had only been part of it for a year before COVID hit. And when I was rejoining this company in the interim phase, when I was performing again, and as I considered taking on this role, um, as someone who has a background in theater, in the Vancouver theater scene, I kind of, I did feel very strongly that the best way to kind of open our doors and the best way to see what is new and happening in this city in terms of talent in the improv world was to hold general auditions, and not just to see who we could have on our main stage, but to also see if there's potential people to be developed for the future. So
Right, because you have a house team as well. Is that what?
yeah, we have four house teams. Yeah, four house
Or
teams. Yeah, and they're each about six people, 6 to 7 people, and they're being coached by some of our main stage members. And we're kind of modeling it after the UCB kind of groundlings model. And the hope is that those house team members will be versed in our kind of style, hopefully a more narrative, kind of story based improv style, and get to know our stage and our people. And then hopefully in time, maybe have some fluidity between the main stage and have the house team members be guesting and then maybe brought in. So, yeah.
And now, so will you still have theater sports matches, and will you have audience judges, or like in the old days, before my time, they had the players be the judges, and
Yeah, that's probably more in line with what Keith Johnson originally had his theaters. His theater sports definitely had the players being the judges, whereas we've kind of moved into this model of having our audience participate in that way. And I think that we have found that it is a good way to engage our audience. And the hope going forward is to maybe even have a little bit of training with the ITI, the International Theater Sports Institute, and then also kind of continue with what is working, but be open to kind of new ideas and seeing what our audience is keen on.
well, yeah, oh, I'm echoing. Something changed, but that was the thing about the joke used to be like with an audience member, you can go, "Ooh, my bum hurts," and it's a five, and a five, right? Whereas a player judge would go, I don't know if that's quite sophisticated enough.
Right, right. Yeah, impressing other improvisers is quite a skill.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also with the main stage ensemble, the four house teams, you got a show coming up.
Yes, we do. It
Tell
is
me
the
about
first
that.
format. Yeah, ooh, it's the first format show since I took over as artistic, and it is called Stage Fright. It's a murder mystery show. I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited at the theatricalness, the theatricality of it all, because as I said, I love theater. I love plays. I think that doing a show that is a little bit more showy of our ability to act is also kind of fun,
Nice.
because we're not just improvisers, we're actors. And so it's going to be a murder mystery, and it's going to involve an audience member each night.
Nice. Oh, like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Oh, how exciting. So will they be brought up on stage, or is that
Yeah,
details? Okay.
yes, well, I'll give you a peek behind the curtain. Um, so essentially, we will be doing, there'll be kind of a storyline that goes through the first half. And then at the end of the first half, something crazy happens. And
Oh,
then we need an audience member to come up and solve the mystery with us. So they will be the detective.
oh, wow. Oh, that's so
Yeah.
good. Now, do you have like uh do they get murdered if they guess wrong?
Not actually. No. Um, well, well, you'll have to come see, David. But yes, we hope that it's just going to be a really fun time of being able to get playful with our audience members. And now that we have the ability to have people come up and join us on stage and be in close contact, we just are we're chomping at the bit to bring up people and have fun. So
Nice. So that show starts at the end of September, if I'm not mistaken.
we have a preview on September 29th, which is an accessibility night. So it's a pay what you can preview. And then it technically opens on the 30th and runs till October 30th. So it's our spooky October show.
Wonderful, wonderful. And what's the thing that you love most about this job? Like you're in the job now.
Hmm.
It's only just started technically, right? Because you just got everything
Yeah.
together. So maybe you're like, I don't know what I love about it yet. Haven't really been
Yeah.
tested yet. But what's the
Yeah. Oh, it's an interesting question. I started June 13th was my official start date. So it hasn't been 3 months, I guess, as of yesterday. And I think what I'd say I love most about it was the audition process was it was a big undertaking, I won't lie. But seeing how many people in this city are passionate about improv and seeing all these new faces and people who have moved from different places and are just looking to kind of dip their toe in the water of improv in this city, if that part of it has been the most rewarding for me thus far, seeing and the way that I feel about improv, seeing people feel the same way that it is, a certain type of community. I mean, it's a community of bizarre people. I won't lie to you, but they're such fun, and there is really such a joy when you're working with people who are really happy to be doing something they love. So, yeah, that's been my favorite.
nice. I love that. I used to say that actors are a little bit paranoid and comedians are a little bit neurotic. And at theater sports, you have comedic actors.
Yeah, it's like I always call it the island of misfit toys because we're just kind of our own breed, you know?
Issues that theater sports went under was about sexism and racism, or systemic as opposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When I was there, I had some overt homophobia thrown at me,
Mm-hmm.
but is there anything that you're doing to sort of like we are answering that, or
Yeah, I mean, I definitely feel that I experienced some of my own disappointment in my first year on the main stage in terms of how things were kind of going. However, I feel that as we restarted, the priorities that we put on valuing diversity, equity, and inclusion, and just putting a real emphasis on how do we make this accessible to all different people, how do we make this stage a place where everyone feels welcome and everyone feels comfortable, how do we make this a place where we celebrate different stories, and as much as we want to have diversity in terms of backgrounds, we also want to have diversity in terms of stories. I would love to have more parents who are performing. I would love to have people
are you a
who
parent?
I'm not a parent yet, but I would love to have stories told by people who, a lot of our audience members aren't necessarily being represented on the stage. And so we have, especially in the audition process, we did put an emphasis on prioritizing giving audition spots to diverse applicants. And then also with our house teams, we are definitely prioritizing putting time and effort into giving opportunities to people who may feel like they have not been represented on this stage. Yeah.
Nice. So what are we going to see in the weekly schedule? If we're looking on the calendar, trying to figure out what to see, what kind of things are we going to see on the schedule?
Well, we've been running a date night on Wednesdays, which is a very fun kind of, even if you're not dating, it's a fun show to come watch. It's based on the Newlywed Game. It's been a hoot. And then on Thursdays, we've been doing an experimental show called The Lab, but that will soon be turned back into theater sports as we move into October with Stage Fright. And then, of course, Stage Fright on Fridays and Saturdays. And in the evenings after that will be theater sports again. And then Sundays, starting in October, we will have our house teams will be performing. Each team performs once a month. And so 2 Sundays of the month will be house team nights. And the other 2 Sundays will either be our drag, led by our producer, Zana. And then the other night is stand-up comedy led by the producer, Lucas Parm. So we have stand-up, drag, house teams coming on Sunday nights. So we're going to be running shows Wednesday through Sunday. And I encourage people to check out any night or all nights.
All of them. Just go all the time.
Just come every day.
Nice. Well, I'm so looking forward to Stage Fright and looking forward to seeing who the new talent is, and maybe come and do a show myself.
Hooray! I hope you will.
Okay. Yes. Thank you so much for taking the time in your busy schedule. And yeah, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thanks for spending some time with me, David. Hopefully we'll see you on the stage soon.